Welcome to Tough Talk, a safe space where we come together to practice getting comfortable with the uncomfortable. To those of you who are here for the first time, welcome. Thank you for joining us. And to those of you who are returning, welcome back. It's great to see you. It feels like it's been an eternity, even though it was just at the end of November. December was a really, really long year to itself. But here we are, and the singing is fun. So welcome one and all. My name is BJ Robinson, in case you don't know. I am a Black, queer artist, educator, musician, workaholic, and kind of working on reforming that. And all of those attributes combined with a whole bunch more led me to creating this series where people could come together to have moderated, facilitated conversations about many complicated and difficult and often uncomfortable things that we're all trying to understand more and enact change upon within ourselves and within the world around us. We are just starting off our, I'm calling it our second season because that's kind of what it is. Our first season was last year and we started in June. We went 25 weeks and had a total of 52 sessions over those 25 weeks from last June through November. And we are gonna keep on keeping on with that. And we're gonna step it up a little bit this year. And so today is it's our first session back in. It's kind of our new checkpoint. Here we are in 2021. And so this will be a little bit different as it always has been. The Tough Talk platform was originally created to amplify Black voices as leaders of the conversations. And that still remains the mission to this day. As our conversations and focuses and topics and ideas have evolved and expanded, so do those who get the mic. And we sometimes almost go like with what I like to think of as an open mic form in terms of people signed up, prepared, engaged, and involved to speak during our first half of our time together. And then our second half opens up for all questions, conversations, reflections from one and all. If you're not on the mic, but you ever do want to share, question, comment, chime in on anything happening, feel free to make use of the chat. That is what it's here for. We've got these little benefits of being in the Zoom where it happens, as I like to say, that you can use the chat to communicate with myself or with others. If we're ever discussing things and you don't feel comfortable sharing directly and openly, that's okay as well. You can always send things to me in a private message and I can add things into our conversation with a sense of anonymity. This is never a place to make people feel put down, attacked, or put out. It is a place to allow everyone to come together and to just speak from their own experience and to help us all gain a greater understanding of each other's perceptions and perspectives and paths in this world. We do have some virtues we like to focus on as we gather in our Tough Talk sessions, because one thing we've learned is that there's so much weight and power in our words. And we have to make sure that our words and our intentions are always as clear and sincere as we aim to be when presenting ourselves. And with that, we are mindful of principles and virtues I like to call acknowledgement, celebration, education, and preservation. Acknowledgement of things we do and don't know and do and don't understanding. Acknowledgement of our perspectives, of our identities, and of where we can speak from to add to these conversations. No one is ever a be-all, end-all, and no one ever speaks as a monolith, and that's okay. We want to acknowledge that. Celebrating change as it happens in us and in the world around us, big, small, the simple things that can affect the greater long-standing things, the short-term goals and the long-term goals, the long time comings and the out of nowhere that no one expected. Educating ourselves and those around us. Always trying to remember that not everyone around us is open to the education that we may be trying to offer them, and that's okay. That's a part of the process of being an educator. We all have been called to become activated educators in these times, because these are the days when you need to do your best to know what you know, to understand what you are believing in, and to take the extra step to have a little education behind anything you choose to hear or share with others. And certainly not least, but also to all of it, preservation, preserving ourselves so that we preserve our causes, we preserve the movement that we are living in, that we are a part of, that we have been taking part in. Some of us for the last 6 months, some of us for more than that, some of us for less than that. And that's okay, because we're all on our own paths. We're all navigating our own ways through these worlds. We have to just be mindful that not others may be on the same path as us, may not be in the same lockstep as us. And that's kind of the point of humanity when you think about it. So it's just kind to keep ourselves mindful of that.